beast. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. Dear hero with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, this the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the hill. We just flip on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, and touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just flip on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, and touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's smooth, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Of 15. First down, Titans.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Titans.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Tennessee.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Titans 7.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they ruled it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
For A.J. Brown.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to
Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14, 49ers nothing.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 1st down and a little extra from Mostert. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. McKenna. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there at each guy.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
54.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Haskins. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On the tackle.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Gain of
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Throwing left side, it's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again.